Well, the book is about many things, and it's for the first time that I write a book that is absolutely about transformation, going beyond the typical digital transformation aspect. It's still a business book, absolutely. It's a policy book. It's a book for people that look forward and plan forward, but it looks at many more elements than just the digital disruptors in a specific industry. Now, the book consists of different parts. The first part is that I try to analyze why people are feeling increasingly pessimistic. And if you have this individually, well, it's very sad, but it is what it is. But if you start having this pessimistic feeling as an industry leader and you have to plan for tomorrow, well, that's a bad thing, because if you plan for a bad world, that probably will happen. So in the first part of the book, I try to find reasons why people are looking at the world in a more pessimistic way than we did in recent history. Now, the second part of the book tries to dive deeper into three perfect storms that are currently happening. We see in society massive change today in how we work, the place where everything happens, so where we live but also where we work, and the model of mobility. So we see huge issues with all three of them, but we also see how they are connected to each other and how a solution or change in behavior or even in policy and legislation in one domain will impact the other domains. So these three perfect storms interacting with each other is what I call in the book the Metastorm, which is this tremendous amount of change that we are facing on top of the challenges in our own very specific industry. The next part of the book is that by analyzing the situation as is today, but also going through all of the evidence of things currently already changing for the better, I'll try to plot an optimistic future vision. What could the world look like in 2030? So that's the next part of the book is a vivid description of many aspects of society, how we work alongside with machines and artificial intelligence, how our educational system should work, how we live the future of cities and villages, mobility, farming, production, and so on and so on. In this future vision, I try to describe something that people can say, well, I relate to this is optimistic, imagine that would happen. What kind of an optimistic, positive world would that be? The last part of the book is trying to provide a framework so that can be applied to anyone trying to shape their own vision in their own industry for their own company, and how to translate this into transformation strategy, but broader than what we typically would do when it would just be limited to digital disruptions. Short summary, I start very high level. What is wrong with the world? I look at the changes we see today that can impact and will impact the future. I try to draft this future image where the key is that I try to connect the dots between a lot of things happening today and what would happen if they would just get more audience, more people using it, these new evolutions that we already see today. And then in the last part, I try to provide a framework so that you can apply these insights for yourself.